Hey YouTube fans, this is Malix and welcome back to part 3 of Malix Plays Elder Scrolls Online Part 3, which I just said. This is the beta game, and I have to apologize for a couple reasons. First, the audio on the last video was really terrible, and that was because I traded out the mic from the first one because I didn't like it for one I thought was better, and it turned out to be worse. I switched back to the first one again, and I'm hoping to find a good microphone in the future for better and clearer audio. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. The second thing I have to apologize for is that I said I'd pick up right where I left off. Unfortunately, I made the video, but for some reason the audio didn't go through. I was quite proud of it. I just finished, and if you see here, I've got my first piece of armor that I've made. So instead, I'm going to keep playing rather than go back and do another audio dub over the first one, because I'm not very comfortable with it. I don't care for it much. So what you're going to see me try and do is hopefully find some more iron ore to craft some of the other pieces that I can use. Maybe get another sword or weapon. We're going to continue going. Trying not to backtrack. I'm trying to think of what I haven't talked about versus what I did talk about and now have to repeat. Basically, the system is very, very good for crafting. It's not like you don't have to hunt down a bunch of different recipes or be a certain level in the crafting before you can make it. Rather, being a certain level gives you certain other abilities, like being able to spot materials. And there's some wolves. I can take some wolves down. And there they are, calling magical wolves again. Apparently wolves can learn the summon wolf spell. I don't know. I know it's meant to be more of a calling in for backup, but I just feel like maybe they should have put it behind you or something, because it just kind of detracts for a second. Like, the wolves have magic. Okay, I'm willing to accept that. It's just kind of like, maybe make a point of saying that. Just like, oh, by the way, wolves and other creatures can use magic. So it would make the game more interesting. Like a bear being able to summon other bears actually kind of scares me. So this is what I was mentioning before about being able to learn to spot items. In the previous unmade video, I attempted to show you that the keen eye thing for wood, but I couldn't find any wood. But right here I have woodworking was up to level 2, so I was able to use the keen eye wood, and this is what the field is. It makes it glow when you get into a certain range. So I'll try and back out and see how far I can get before it disappears. Okay, there it goes. Alright, so if you're paying attention, like I said, it looked a lot like, it reminded me a lot of the Fable 3's breadcrumbs. I have to retract that because looking at it again, it doesn't remind me of that at all. So we're going to keep going and kill some goblins, apparently, because there, just eat some dirt. Nummy nummy dirt, goblins. It's better than dog. I assure you it's better than dog. Alright, so I got some heavy armor points, which is good, because then I can actually start investing in making the heavy armor work better for me. But I have to have heavy armor, so let's keep looking for those materials. I'm not used to this area. I've been playing a lot on the Skyrim, the Ebon Heart, I believe it's called, and oh, actually, perfect. This works out because I wanted to show the lockpicking system, which is very much kind of a realistic version that doesn't require you to have to hunt down someone who has keys. And I just broke this thing. How do I not have any lockpicks left? Well, that stinks. We'll come back to that later then if I get another chance. But suffice to say, the lockpicking system takes the you actually have to put the tumblers in the right spot and hold them there while you pick the locks. So it just comes down to having lockpicks, and I really like that. I mean, in World of Warcraft, I ended up having to drop or sell or just give away hundreds of tiny lock boxes because I wasn't a thief and I wasn't a blacksmith that made keys. And usually most of the time when you did that, you had to either tip or... Ooh, finally. This is some... I'm going to finish this thought real quick. Hopefully no one will steal this night. You had to... Either you had to pay an exorbitant tip. Sometimes that wasn't worth it. Or you just never... Like, you just ended up having like a bank full of these lock boxes you can never get rid of. So I like the fact that everyone can pick a lock. Everyone can find this material and get a chance for better gear if you take the time to learn how to do the tumbler system. And it's a little difficult at first when you don't understand it. I personally think it's going to be excellent for people who have a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One, because they'll probably have a vibration control, which adds an extra bit of like, oh, you know, pull your thumb off the button so that you don't mess up like I did. But in this case, this is iron ore, and this is why I'm like having a hard time finding it, because it doesn't stand out. It doesn't like jut out of the ground. It kind of looks like just like a blob of goo. Probably not the best analogy, but I'm gonna kill some crabs because I'm hungry for crab. Get me some butter and some pasta. That sounds good. All right. Oh, and some more wood. Maybe I'll be able to make a bow or a staff or something. I'm not sure which. I don't need either one. The bow system I really like for my thief. Well, whatever they're called right now. I don't have it in front of me, and I'm terrible with names. But in any case, the rogue system, the bow and arrow system, you actually have to aim, which a lot of people have complained about. It is a very different system. You can't just, you know, assume that you're getting the hit just because you're within a 5-meter range. One of the videos I had showed it can be a little wonky right now. I'm sure they're going to fix it, where I spent a couple minutes trying to hit a wolf, and I couldn't get anything out of it. And it was just because it didn't highlight it as the target, like I am right here with the mud crab. So it became very, very difficult for me to actually see what I was trying to hit and do what I was trying to do. And now we're going to see, actually, do I have enough iron? Not enough. I need 10 iron. I do have enough to make turn the rough maple into maple bars, which now I want donuts. I want crabs and donuts. This is not a good combination. It ended up being like I do have enough to make enough to refine the wood enough to make it in some bows or something of the like, maybe a staff if I want, because I might as well. I can probably make a restoration staff for when I play with my friends, and be like an offset healer. I don't need to be great at it, but the game allows you that option. Just if you happen to be a bunch of friends who are playing, you're like, hey, you know, we're really good, and we just need someone to do some healing because it's going to get harder as we go. And I keep saying, oh, runes for enchanting. I know that it looks like it's supposed to be like a little, like, kind of gold, not statue, but like a little monument or a little light that's just happens to be there. And I've passed by quite a few of those without even realizing it. And only to have my friends pick them up, and now they have enchantments on all their items, to my irritation and my admiration. We'll make that rhyme for some reason. Okay, let's see what else is here. This is interesting. That must have been one hell of a barbecue. I'm gonna get out of here before they come back. Okay, well, as I'm looking, I'm just basically looking for more iron, because you need 10 iron ores to make iron bars, and from the iron bars you can make your materials. It's very difficult. I'm not sure if it's just the drop rate for the game at the moment, or if it's because there's a lot of people playing in the starting areas that I'm at, and they just happen to get there before I do. See, there's another person. He's probably looking for that iron. I should mug him. Just run up and hit him over the head and steal his stuff. I'm not going to do that, though. Come on. Ooh. No, that's a boat. But, yeah. So I'm attempting to hopefully either, I'm hoping to either hit level 4 so I can upgrade my armor that I'm wearing, my, I'm going to say it wrong, cuirass. Either upgrade my cuirass to level 4, because I made a level 1 cuirass, But if you add another bit of iron ore to it, you can make it a level 4, level 6, you know, continuing on and so on and so forth. And I'm finding everything, I'm finding a lot of little stuff, but what I really, really need from you guys right now, Mr. Bethesda and Elder Scrolls Online, I need iron ore. And, oh cool, I can try some enchanting later. But for right now, I really want the iron ore. There's no point in having iron ore for the crappy slave gear that I'm wearing right now. Hey, water skin. Oh, so that's also apparently stuff. Let me... And we'll be when I step back. I unintentionally might have loot ninja'd on the previous Untitled video. And... I don't know if they're getting the ore or if they're still... There we go. Good for them. Alright, so continue on. My policy on this is, like, usually if you can help somebody, go for it. It's always polite. Don't run up and try and steal their shit. Ooh, see? This is not their shit. This is mine. I got here first. If they happen to be fighting nearby, you know, like, almost if either nearby, if you get a chance to ask them if it's theirs, go for it. I personally hate people who run up while you're fighting the 5 guys who are guarding a particular iron ore or node or vein or whatever, and then they run up and steal it just because you're busy and they don't want to have to fight the things themselves later on. I don't care for it, and I try not to be that guy. And I had done that to a previous person, and it was an unintentional thing. I don't know if I had or not. He was fighting 20 yards away. But in any case, we're just kind of looking for a little bit. I think I have enough iron ore now, just enough to where I think I can make... I'm only level 3, so I think I'm going to try and make some shoulder pads so I can look a little more badass. Beginning armor levels are very difficult, and I think since I'm pretty much at a city right now, so that works out. Is that... Nope. Nope. Bad assassin beetle. Bad. Go take a nap. You're going to nap. You're napping because PETA will tell me I'm a bad person if I say I killed him. And let's keep going. I really, really like some more... Oh, and it's turning night. I would like some more iron ore, but I will settle for... This isn't a city. This is a... Go away, dogs. Sit, boo-boo. Sit. See? There. Go away, magical summoned flying dogs, or however you got here. Maybe you dug out of the ground. Your earth-bending dogs. Okay. So, that takes care of that. And more iron ore. Excellent. So I might be able to get a full set of gear if I find a few more of these on my way back to town. That's fantastic. I like this area. I think I found my iron bending location. I'm terrible with words. Okay, let's keep going. I'm singing for you, the loyal fans. Okay. And I'm hoping that's not an actual tune of anything. Because I'll probably be sued by someone I've never heard of. Oh, there's some more glowy. Now, is that actually lighting up the... It is lighting up the ground. So that actually would be really, really good for those levels of play where you're at night. You could just be, it's dark now, I'm going to go mine, or I'm going to go find wood. That came out a little dirty. Anyways, continuing on. Ooh, more jute. Let's see. Like I said, most of the stuff I'm talking about as being faults, I think are part of the beta testing. They are holding a bit of stuff back. You can kind of tell as you spend more time playing. But the other thing is, they're very minor. They're just things I would learn to adjust with. Not as, you know, I'm gonna have to deal with this as a constant irritation, but rather it's just something I'm not used to. And one of the ones I want to bring up right now is the chat window. Normally on a game, because of the way the system is, like I'm turning my mouse left to right, and it turns the whole camera. I'm sure that if they add it, like they probably will add in the future some kind of way where you can not do that, where you can just make it so you turn when you hit A or D, you turn your whole character, not just the camera, or rather, the camera turns with your character instead of going left and right like I am now. But these are minor inconveniences, and it just makes it more difficult because I actually have to take time to tap out stuff on the screen here. And I don't necessarily, it's like you can hit a button and it brings up your mouse and I can just scroll over everything and do that. But it doesn't stay that way, and it's just learning how to do that another way. And Kill the Fox, because I hate that song. I think most people hate that song. Not necessarily hate, but it's one of those the songs that most likely get stuck in your head are the ones that will eventually annoy you the most. Okay, so, and for the people who like that song, I'm sorry, I just don't like it. I'm not hating on it. I think that they took the time to be, I don't know if they were meaning to be ridiculous or if they were trying to be serious and it came off ridiculous or what have you. It's been stuck in my head for 3 days as well. And it only was made worse when my girlfriend said I should sing the song as Gollum. And, well, that's just scary in and of itself. So, continuing on, I think I have enough to at least make another set of shoulders or a helmet or anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and show you the crafting, extraction, and other systems that they have in place. And I'll probably make this a shorter video than the other ones. I'm not sure yet. I really would like to get some more materials, but it looks like, yeah, I'm not, well, I might have enough. Stop that. If I can find one more or two more pieces of iron ore, oh, enchantment. So maybe I'll do some enchanting too. Show off a nicer set of armor. I don't know where that guy came from. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to continue on. So, as I said, it looks like I'm going to be heading back into town. It would be nice if you could, I could find an auction house or something and to start buying up the simple things that I need. But right now, I'm not too worried. It is just a beta. I'm sure they'll have an auction house in the game eventually, or they have one now and I haven't gotten to it. But we're going to get to it eventually, and we're going to have fun in the meantime. So let's check out on how to make some new gear. And I'm completely backwards. This is a new town, isn't it? No, it is not. I'm just way, way further the direction than I need to be. I don't think I'll find iron ore just sitting around in town, but... no, that's just a rock. Much like Charlie Brown, it's a rock. Okay, or rather, I got a rock. I'm really terrible with the catchphrases today. Alright, but in any case, we are not going to worry about that, because I'm probably going to be able to enchant a piece of armor, too. So let's start with scrolling back in, because I'm getting a little motion sick from me turning the camera as I am. Alright, that's the clothing station. That's not what I'm looking for. I can make robes later. Alright, we've got blacksmithing to do. Now... improvement. This is extraction. So if I had any kind of weapons or materials that were made by blacksmithing or were metal to begin with, like swords, shields, armor, heavy armor, I could turn around and I can deconstruct it for some of the getting some of the materials back. I don't have that, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to take some iron ore, and I have 10 iron ore that I can extract to make 13 bars, which works out really well for me. Unfortunately, I might be able to make another level 4 cuirass. I can, but and I'll show you that real quick. So right now, it's a level 1 iron cuirass. It takes 31 armor and has a value of 7. If I add one more, it asks for 7 bars of the iron ignites I got. But if I add one more, well, I didn't do that right. If I add one more iron ignite to it, it now jumps to level 4. Now I have a 45 armor, value 13. But since I'm not level 4, I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to focus on Oh, that's neat. Slight alterations to the armor right here. I can show you, like, see, Void Star Ignite. It changes the style just a little bit. But what really changes the style is these right here. The Bretons has the molybdenum. I'm probably saying this wrong. Again, I apologize for my terrible pronunciation. But that's for Bretons. The next one we have is for Red Guards, is Star Metal. And if you notice right here, the Cuirass has changed styles, and it'll continue to change styles as you learn. Is use these other materials. I can't use these yet because I haven't learned the style yet. And the only way you learn the style is through books and maybe other ways. That's the only one I've seen so far, is that you can learn how to do other styles of armor through books. So it's fairly exciting that way. Right now I think I've got 5 points. I'm going to make a helmet because that looks like a pretty nice helmet. So I'm going to start with that. Traits, I can basically add additional, almost like enchantments from Skyrim. Basically it says 22% to avoid decay when defeated, so my armor won't take as much damage. Increase resistance to critical hit. Increase armor items value. So I guess you could make money with those kind of items. And it does actually, looks like it also changes the quality of the armor. That's nice. Oh, armor value. I didn't even think about it that way. I'm silly. I was thinking of money. It's actually the armor's armor value. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make some. I can make shoulders, and I'm going to make shoulders and a helmet because that will dramatically change the look. So I'm going to start with the pauldron. I'm not going to add any extra ignites to raise the level because I don't have them yet. I'm going to stick with the Breton style because it's the only one I know. So we go ahead and craft. So that takes care of that. And then I'm going to take another one. I'm going to craft a helmet. So I have 3 iron bars left. I don't have any others items I can put on it. But there was something I want to show. This is the improvement system. I don't have... If you have certain of these materials, like right here, if I happen to have some honing stones, I could use the honing stone to take this iron helmet and take it from a normal to a fine setting. The more you make... It starts off with like 10%. I think I had 2, and I don't know if it changes the value depending on what item you enchant it to, but I had a armor set of for my mage that went from common to uncommon, and it was just me knocking everything over foolishly, but I was able to do it, and I did it with a 40% chance of success, which means if you fail to get the rolls that you need, basically I had a 60% chance of losing the material for improvement and the armor itself. So it's a very high risk thing to try at a low setting. So you want to get as many of these as you want and can get to improve. But I mean, you can take the armor, for example. I don't know if it'll show me. Yeah, it won't tell me what the chance is because I don't have these materials on hand. Oh, I do have. Oh, I do actually have a honing stone. I did not realize. So I guess it says I do. I don't know. Oh, there we go. So I have a 20% chance of either destroying this, of 20% chance of turning this from a normal helmet to a fine helmet. But the problem with that is that there's an 80% chance of me losing the helmet. So I'm not going to do it this time. Let me see if that changes. No, it doesn't change. So it's a 20% chance. If I had 2, it'd be a 40% chance of improving it. So you want to get more of these as you can find. If you have some materials, I'm sure there'll be great tradable materials or auctionable materials as you get through the game. We're not going to worry about that right now. Research is what you saw earlier. Like, I can learn, if I had those items, to make... I could take the time to research armor and weapon enchants to go on top of this. Like, increased exploration experience gained, which that sounds like great for me because I like to I would like to explore these worlds, and there's so much to see. They put in the tiny details that you expect from any Elder Scrolls game, and so we're gonna not worry about that. I am going to play a little dress up and put the new helmet and pauldrons on, and that looks pretty good. Armor bottoms look pretty ugly right now, but that's okay. So we're not gonna worry about that. We're gonna see about instead. Oh, those must have been... I must have gotten that from something. I don't know what I got that honing stone from. Maybe it was dropped from the enchanting. Let me see if I can find an enchanter, though. I'm not going to worry about that too much right now. This is the Mystic. Alright, that's for woodworking. So yeah, I mean, look at that armor though. For a basic set of armor, that's pretty good. And the Argonians and their spines of trade telling me to erect them. It really gets dirty when you play this levels. Alright, so I might... Yeah. Maybe I'm not seeing it and I'm blind as a bat. But I'm just not seeing the place to do enchantment research. That's leather. Well, maybe it's in here. That's a door. Looks like they were supposed to be going down that way, but it doesn't look like it. Alright, so it looks like right now I don't know where I'm going. Oh, okay, hold on. So, weapons of all varieties, Falbert's Forge, blah, blah. The plate and placket. I did not notice. That's kind of neat. I've never noticed that before. It's a little signpost that you can pull up and read. That's pretty cool. Well, it looks like I might have to call it here. There does appear to be... That's not a shop. That's a well, isn't it? Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to call it here. I had intended it to be a little bit shorter than normal, but I guess it's about the same as it normally is. I hope you enjoyed this video. And in the next video, hopefully it'll be in the next week if I get into the next beta invite. I should be able to. I think everyone is. If you got invited once, you're in the next one. I'll hopefully be level 10, and I will focus more on showing you the PvP and maybe some other items I pick up as I go along, and other fun things. If you have a suggestion for the next game I should play, let me know in the comments below. If not, any suggestions you can make for improving this video page, it would be great as well. We're working on getting a commission in for a art page, a banner, and making this look like an actual professional page and not just something a 5-year-old or a 13-year-old came up with and we done with a week. I'd like to keep making videos. The next one I believe I'm going to work on is 7 Days to Die. It seems like a good idea. I have to check and make sure that there's no objections to making a video from this. With hopefully I'll have an answer on that soon. If not, if you have any suggestions, leave them in the forum page. I'm working also on a Sims thing. Very hush-hush right now. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it work, but it will be thoroughly enjoyable. Until then, I will see you in the gaming world. Talk to you later.